Hi everybody, welcome to Tony's Reviews. Thanks for joining for this review, which tonight is this one. This is Morrisons Premium Export Lager, coming at 4.8% ABV. Now 4.8% I think for a supermarket, its own cheap lager, I think is quite a decent ABV. I think we'll just get one of these out of the pack. That's what it looks like. They used to look better than this. They really made it really plain now on the packaging, but I'm sure this used to look a little bit nicer than what it did there. Does now. There you go. You can see a little bit better there. Two things before I start this review. First thing, I'm not particularly snobby about beers, lagers, ciders, that sort of thing. There's plenty of beer reviewers that are a little bit snobby, and if it's supermarket owned, they're not going to like it anyway, and they do kind of approach the review with that in mind. But we have to bear in mind there's a cost of living crisis, and if a beer is decent, it is decent. And like everybody else, I'm looking for cheap fridge fillers, and you know, this kind of could be the one. Export, they call it export just simply because sometimes also called Dortmunder lagers. It's a European style lager. It's kind of a mixture of styles as an export. It's a mixture. Kind of got the malt forward and sweetness of a Helles lager, but it's got that bitter base of a Pilsner. And what they used to do is they used to basically call it export because this is the beer that from Germany they used to export around the world, and their kind of view at the time, similar to what we used to do in England with our IPAs, if you pump a little bit more ABV into it, it's going to get to its destination, the other side of the world, a little bit better than if you didn't. So that's kind of where the term export came from. It's a slightly higher ABV in theory. Like I say, these mixtures with the use of malts and hops of Helles and Pilsner. Beer in a glass then. That has put absolutely crystal clear. It's a pale golden colour. Good white head, plenty of not too much carbonation actually. That looks like a nice little carbonation. Let's have a snifter. It's been in the fridge but only for about an hour. I didn't want to dull. I've had cheap beers before from supermarkets, and you can easily dull the aroma and the flavour by making them too cold, but these are just nicely chilled. It smells lagery. I'm getting sweet malt, and there's just a little bit of citrus on the hop. A little bit of citrus on there. Actually smells quite inviting, if I'm being honest. 4-pack cost me £3.49, £3.50. So you're looking at about 90p a can, which isn't too bad if it's decent. Right. Looks alright, a little bit pale for me. Smells really nice actually, and inviting. So let's taste, shall we? Cheers everybody. Flavour wise, that ain't half bad actually, I have to say. And I've been obviously I'm trying to prepare the ground outside for my new alehouse and brewery. So yes, I'm putting in a day's work at work and then coming home and doing the odd hour or so outside. So yeah, for me, a refreshing lager hits the spot, and this is it. Certainly refreshing. Not overly sweet. It's got a medium sweetness to it. So that little bit of malt in there is just giving that little bit of sweetness, which is quite nice. And there is some hoppiness in there as well. I thought it might have been, like I said, I've had beers, and they're just a little bit like sparkling water. but this has got a little bit of hoppy flavour to it as well. A little bit of citrus in there, a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of bitterness, and the bitterness is actually quite nice on this one. It's not too much, it's just right for a kind of a Pilsner style. If you imagine a Pilsner style bitterness for into your Pilsners, that's kind of the bitterness we're getting from this, which is quite nice. A little bit of a harsh carbonation to it. It's not particularly smooth. The body's quite nice, it's medium bodied. Like I say, it's crisp and refreshing. At 4.8%, it's actually not a bad ABV as well for a supermarket zone. Particularly at this price point as well. It's not too bad. It's not the best lager in the world, you don't expect it to be. And it's far from being the worst. I'd say that is a suitable fridge filler. Now if you're proper into your lagers, I mean I'll hold my hands up, I'm not really properly into my lagers. I like what I like. If you're proper into your lagers, you might like it, you might not. Might be a little bit Marmite. For me, yeah, I could fill a fridge. I could probably bring this out at a barbecue, at a gathering, and be quite happy to hand these out because they taste okay. Score-wise, the flavour's there. ABV's good. Price 90p a can. I think it's just shy 90p a can, isn't it? It's good value. I'm going to score that 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10 for Managed Beer Reviews. Whatever you're drinking, please enjoy it. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. But more important than that, wherever you're drinking, I've done that answer. Please enjoy it. Yeah, until next review. Cheers, everybody.